The first pro with this 2024 Toyota RAV4 Hybrid is going to be how it drives. It's comfortable, it's refined, not too much wind noise or tire noise. They've really managed to get that under control over the years. This is genuinely one of the quietest RAV4 experiences that I've ever had. I remember when they first came out back in 2019, 2020, they were much louder, much more crude in its driving demeanor. Now this is truly competitive with the rest of its rivals, and I also love the hybrid power plant with the naturally aspirated 4-cylinder engine, making a combined 219 horsepower. When you step on it, the vehicle, it's brisk, it gets up to speed, no problems, and it doesn't make a nasty racket when you accelerate. And we all know that this is one of the most tried and true hybrid power plants that you can get, and it's also a simple hybrid drivetrain as well. So driving the RAV4, that's definitely going to be the first pro, and that obviously encompasses many things like refinement, quietness, engine performance, and yes, even handling. Even the handling is pretty good. I guess if I'm going to mention one subtle con driving the RAV4, it's going to be some torque steer when you're driving it really hard, but nobody's driving a RAV4 hard, so it doesn't really matter. But your practical everyday maneuvers like your left-hand turns, your right-hand turns, there's hardly any body roll. On long sweeping corners, the RAV4 handles itself really well, especially out on the highway, feels stable and secure. But the con with the RAV4 is going to be the fact that the Honda CR-V exists. So I know I just got done saying how refined and how good the RAV4 feels to drive, but the new CR-V hybrid, it just adds an additional layer of refinement to the driving experience. It's just a little bit more quieter than the RAV4. It has slightly more smoother steering than the RAV, and the Honda still drives great. It's another vehicle that has amazing resale value, and people really worship Hondas. However, the RAV4 has a more organic and connected driving feel, whereas the new CR-V feels pretty disconnected, almost a soulless driving experience. So it just depends on who you are. If you value the maximum level of refinement, then the CR-V hybrid might be something to look into. But if you like the tried and true RAV4 with its hybrid power plant and its more connected driving feel, and the fact that it's been out for a while and this RAV4 has been massaged and improved over the years, then the RAV might be the perfect choice for you. You're not going wrong with either vehicle. I just thought I would mention the CR-V in this conversation. Anyway, the next big pro with this RAV4 is going to be with the interior space. This is solid. This is simple. It's ergonomic. I love the physical HVAC controls, the infotainment screen. That's simple to use. Seats are comfy. You have plenty of headroom and legroom, both in the front and in the rear. The trunk is massive. You have a spare tire in the back. It's just a brilliant, well thought out package. And that's why this is a top seller. It just works for so many families. But you're not driving around in a massive bus. Like, this is easy to park. It's easy to bust a maneuver. You can fit this in a garage. The only real con is going to be with the JBL audio system. So we do have here a pretty decked out XSE model. And the JBL audio system, it's okay. I mean, it certainly gets the job done, but for a premium audio system, it lacks that brightness and that depth to the music. So if you're a true audiophile, you might not love the JBL, but again, it's going to get the job done for most people. The Bose sound system found in the CR-V will absolutely annihilate this JBL. So that's the main reason why I bring it up. And the only other con is because we have the XSE, we have this full digital gauge cluster, and that's the only cumbersome thing to use with this RAV4. If you simply go with the lower trim levels like an XLE, you're going to get a more basic 7-inch screen in the middle and a smaller 8-inch infotainment screen. I think that's perfect, and that's going to be easier still for most people to use. The other big pro with the RAV4 is going to be the fact that it's still an IIHS top safety pick. So despite this coming out in like 2019, this structure is still really good and really safe. So well done there. Both the RAV4 and the new CR-V, they're both top safety picks from IIHS, so you can be rest assured that your family is going to be safe and secure in either one of these SUVs. The final pro I'm going to mention is going to be the amazing fuel economy and resale value of these RAV4s. You can buy one of these things brand new, pile up the miles, and in the future, you can just sell it, get rid of it, and recoup a large amount of your money back. And if you go with one of these efficient hybrids or prime models, you're hardly going to be spending anything on fuel. And speaking of savings, as always with these videos, I would like to share with you resources on how you can save with new vehicles. Regarding Toyotas, there is a broker by the name of Jim, who is one of the largest Toyota brokers in the United States, and he is offering $1,500 off the MSRP of a hybrid and pure gas models. But on a RAV4 Prime, the plug-in hybrid, he's got like $10,000 off the MSRP. How is that possible? Well, it's primarily through leasing. So if you initially lease a RAV4 Prime, you're going to get a $6,500 lease incentive. But Jim's partner dealerships are also offering $3,000 to $4,000 off the MSRP. So you stack the dealer discount and the incentive together, you're getting like 10 grand off on a brand new RAV4 Prime. And what people with money are doing is they simply lease the RAV4 Prime, and then after 30 days, they'll just pay cash and buy out the entire vehicle. So like a $47,000 RAV4 Prime SE, they just buy it for $37,000 30 days into their lease. So it's great if you're a cash buyer and you're able to do that. But if you want, you can also ride out the lease, but the interest rate of the lease is kind of high. So it just depends on who you are. Regardless though, that's one of the best deals in this insane car market, because the RAV4 Prime, it can also travel like 40 miles on pure EV range, and that also has amazing resale value. So if you want to work with Jim and take advantage of some of these deals, he simply has a phone number. You just text him. He does charge a broker fee, but if you text him and mention Meyn Motor Group, he will take $50 off of his broker fee. So I really appreciate him doing that for my audience. And if you need to have the vehicle shipped, he can certainly arrange that as well. His dealerships are located in Pennsylvania and in California. So if you're not local to either one of those areas, he can arrange nationwide shipping for you. Again, that's something you have to pay extra for. But regardless of that, paying his broker fee, paying for shipping, still worth buying from Jim, because locally, my Toyota dealerships, they're still playing heavy games and they're still charging crazy, ridiculous fees on some of these vehicles. You don't have to worry about any of those games when you work with Jim and his partner dealerships. So hopefully you appreciate this knowledge, this information, and these resources. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe. But thank you so much for watching. Take care and goodbye.